This is the news capital, and I am Paloma Mendez. On this Christmas Day, a day traditionally marked by peace and reflection, Ukraine finds itself under siege once again. Russian forces have launched one of their most extensive attacks in weeks, targeting Ukraine's critical energy infrastructure. Here's the latest on this developing story. Earlier today, Russia unleashed a barrage of over 70 missiles and 100 drones across Ukraine, targeting key energy facilities and urban centers. This devastating assault has left millions without power and heating as temperatures drop below freezing. In Kharkiv, Ukraine's second-largest city, 6 people were injured, and over 500,000 residents are now without heating. Meanwhile, the Dnipropetrovsk region reported at least 1 fatality and significant infrastructure damage. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called these attacks inhuman, accusing Russia of deliberately choosing Christmas to maximize psychological and emotional impact.
I'm scared because I have a child. Of course, I want to be at home and celebrate, but we had to shelter because it's scary to stay at home, so we came to the shelter. We just want peace.
I only feel hostility, nothing else. I am very angry that this is how people have to spend their mornings, their holidays. It's also very sad. We hope for something better, and that it'll be over soon.
Despite the sheer scale of the assault, Ukraine's air defenses proved resilient. The Ukrainian military successfully intercepted 59 missiles and 54 drones, preventing even greater destruction. Still, the attacks caused widespread blackouts across multiple regions, with emergency services scrambling to restore power and heating. This is not the first time Russia has targeted Ukraine's energy infrastructure. Since the start of winter, Moscow has repeatedly launched similar strikes, aiming to weaken civilian morale and cripple the country's energy grid. Analysts suggest that these tactics are part of a broader strategy to push Ukraine to the negotiation table under unfavorable terms. The international community has condemned today's attacks. The US ambassador to Ukraine described Russia's actions as weaponizing winter, accusing Moscow of using the cold as a tool of war to break the Ukrainian spirit. European leaders echoed these sentiments, pledging additional support to help Ukraine withstand the harsh winter. In Washington, lawmakers are discussing expedited aid packages, including advanced air defense systems, to help Ukraine counter these ongoing threats. However, the scale and frequency of these attacks raise questions about whether current support is enough to address Ukraine's mounting challenges. For ordinary Ukrainians, the war continues to disrupt daily life in unimaginable ways. Families in cities like Kharkiv and Kyiv spent Christmas Day in bomb shelters with no electricity or heating. Hospitals are operating on backup generators, and volunteers are working tirelessly to provide food and warm clothing to those affected. One Kharkiv resident we spoke to said, "We're trying to keep the Christmas spirit alive, but it's hard when the sound of air raid sirens replaces the sound of carols." This stark reality highlights the human toll of Russia's relentless campaign. Experts warn that this winter will be one of the toughest yet for Ukraine. While the country's air defenses continue to improve, the strain on its energy infrastructure is immense. Ukrainian officials are urging allies to speed up the delivery of promised aid, particularly systems capable of countering missile and drone threats. As we mark this Christmas Day, Ukraine's struggle for survival underscores the fragility of peace and the resilience of the human spirit. While millions around the world celebrate the season of giving, Ukrainians are holding on to hope, even in the face of adversity. We'll continue to monitor this story and provide updates as they develop. Stay with us for more coverage. This is the news capital,